It's an egg beater. It's a big egg beater. In 1991, the Grace Hudson Museum featured an exhibition of local artists for the first time, displaying Tom Lidden's photography, Magruder's ceramic sculptures, and Wayne Knight's portraits.
The subject has lost its reason for being, and thus it doesn't have a head.
Magruder's sculptures provide provocative social commentary leavened by a bracing dash of humor. They often feature figures in uncomfortable postures or making awkward gestures. Human existence at its stress point is portrayed in evocative assemblages that capture life in Mendocino County, something well known for Magruder, a Potter Valley native, cattle and sheep rancher. Tom Lidden's photography spans a wide range of subject matter and formal approaches, from suitable black and white images to his Tribute to Red series, which features close-ups of glassware, house exteriors, and other objects bearing rich shades of red. A well-known commercial photographer in Ukiah, California, he has lately focused on his fine art, including his collection of colored glass. Tom Lidden has maintained a business and photography studio, Tom Lidden Photography, in downtown Ukiah, California since 1976, servicing the wine industry and other commercial clients. Tom recently created a photography book on the Mendocino wine industry, Mendocino Roots and Ridges, with writer Heidi Dickerson, published by the Mendocino County Museum. In 2011, the City of Ukiah presented Tom with a Lifetime Arts Achievement Award. Wayne Knight was all about portrait painting, according to notes from Melissa Bulg, museum curator. Knight would sometimes paint from a live model and other times would form composition portraits of various people. His paintings often sport broad, deep fields of color, with the subject situated in the center of the painting, gazing directly out at the viewer. The effect is sensual and emotional. Unfortunately, Wayne Knight passed away on October the 21st, 2009. The next exhibits are on permanent display at the Grace Hudson Museum. The Grace Hudson Museum highlights regional art, culture, natural history, and the tradition of an extraordinary family, that of Ukiah native and nationally admired artist Grace Carpenter Hudson. Grace Carpenter Hudson, from 1865 to 1937, was born to well-educated pioneer parents in Potter Valley, California, some 130 miles north of San Francisco in rural Mendocino County. She showed an early talent for drawing that was developed by professional training in San Francisco in the early 1880s at the San Francisco School of Design, where she excelled in portraiture. With the encouragement of her second husband, John Hudson, she began painting the local Pomo Indian people whom she had known as a child. Her 1891 portrait of a sleeping Pomo baby entitled National Thorn was the first in her series of a number of oil paintings that grew to over 680 works by the time of her death in 1937. Grace Hudson painted her self-portrait in oil in 1881 when she was 16 years old as an art student in San Francisco. In 1904, Grace Hudson accepted a commission from the Field Columbian Museum to take up residence in the Oklahoma Territory and paint further images of the remaining Pawnee, a people who had been nearly wiped out by contact with European diseases. There she preserved primarily the chiefs and elders on canvas and photographic negative. While Grace's husband, John, traveled around the country collecting baskets for Eastern museums, Grace created portraits of a race and culture they feared would soon die out. Working with a woman's sensitivity and perspective, she chose the children and women of the Pomo as her primary subjects. The depictions struck a special tender note with the public, and she soon became a nationally known artist. Grace Hudson's painting of the baby, called National Thorn, in 1891 was selected to be shown at the Minneapolis Art Association exhibit, where it proved very popular. In 1900 to 1901, Grace had become exhausted from supplying the demand for her popular paintings. She took a solo vacation in the territory of Hawaii, relaxing and refreshing herself. And there she drew and painted some of the Hawaiian people as well as some Chinese and Japanese people. The Grace Hudson gift shop, located in the lobby of the museum, supports the museum. It has many books and periodicals about Grace Hudson and her artwork, as well as other local artists. Many of the items sold in the gift shop are made by local artists. If you wish to know more about the Grace Hudson Museum, located in Ukiah, California, please go to their website. They'll have listings of museum events, join and support, and a current exhibit. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe.